Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night, ladies and gents, and welcome to episode 274 of the JARCast. I'm your host, Alex, joined by George, James, and Jim. Okay.
Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this episode of the Media Posdact. As you can see, it is episode 3+1. I'm your host, James, joined by Alex and Jamie.
For
Good
real.
up.
No, not again. You can't have three. Actually, not. Go for it.
It is 3+1.
I'm your host, Alex, joined by me.
Do you know what? What do you think if someone goes on Spotify or whatever and JARCast is recommended to them? JAR as a channel, as a being, as an entity, is recommended on their homepage.
No, I think about that a lot.
And they click on a random episode and they just get the same intro like 4 times. Like,
yeah. If this was someone's first episode, it'd be like, what is it?
Well, then they should go away.
Yeah, true.
You don't start with episode 3+1.
So true. You got a whole... It's like, who starts Sopranos at season 5, you know?
Yeah. You start from season 3, go back to season 1, then jump
season
to season
7.
5, because that's when it gets good.
No, it's like Star Wars The Clone Wars. You watch every episode out of order.
Yeah. I hate Star Wars The Clone Wars.
I hate Star Wars.
You mainline the Jar Jar episodes.
Yeah. I liked the one where Jar Jar has to pretend to be a Sith Lord.
Pretend, wink wink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm. When we talk about conspiracy theories, the only one that matters is Darth Jar.
Darth Jar.
Darth Jar.
I learned a cool bit of Star Wars lore.
I don't care, bro. Let's carry on.
What do you mean you don't care? No, it involves guns.
Oh.
Guns?
Yeah, apparently the librarian character in Attack of the Clones had developed some kind of gun that in the EU that could shoot lightsabers. Don't you like that?
That is really cool.
And fought Darth Vader.
Are those lightsabers like red beams?
What?
Well, the guns in Star Wars are shooting...
Yeah, they shoot lasers.
Yeah, which is basically...
What the sword's made out of, lasers.
There's a lot of bad extended Star Wars lore, but that's one where it's like... You genuinely put no thought into that. Isn't the whole point of lightsabers that every single character who owns one has like a customized one that's a different shape? So what, you design a gun that can shoot lightsabers, but it can only shoot like one person's lightsaber?
Does it actually shoot like the whole thing?
Pretty sure. There's like, I can show you the comic panel. I like saved it because it was so stupid when I found it.
Well, but here's the thing: a lightsaber is the thing that is shot out of normal guns in that world. It's just charged plasma or energy.
Actually, not true.
No, but come on, let's be real. It is. You're shooting laser. That's what a lightsaber is.
Well, do the guns use kyber crystals, James?
Well, yeah, clearly.
Get up to date on the lore.
How are they reloading, bro? That energy is not coming from nowhere.
Slapping an extra kyber crystal into their guns. Before we talk about any more Star Wars lore, should we thank the patrons over at
I was about to do the same, but I was looking for my kyber opening, you know.
Well, I found one. So carry on, I guess.
Oh yeah, well, big thanks to the patrons that make the audio version of the show possible and get your names read out in the first week.
You can find us on Podbean.
You can find us on Podbean.
What, can you explain that? Because I just saw the
Podbean is our I added that to is who hosts our RSS feed. And on their website you can set it so it auto tweets out a link whenever you upload an episode. So I figured, why not? So now the when an episode goes live on the RSS feed, it auto tweets out a hashtag new episodes live, everybody.
On Podbean.
On Yogsbean.
The number one resource for your bean needs.
Let's clean up, guys. We have a significant housekeeping this week because we had some good questions that I just wanted to go through. Animator Guy is going to start us off with the amount of talk of eras of the cast. I think a fully fledged JAR timeline is in order. Anything pop into your head in terms of timeline organization? Because personally, I don't know where the eras begin and end. This is something that Jarlings have to organize.
Pre-Harambe, post-Harambe.
No, it's pre-Harambe, post-Harambe, pre-COVID, post-COVID. That's kind of the big stages. That's it.
Are you saying Harambe was the original COVID?
Yeah. No. Truthfully, Harambe changed.
Harambe did change. That's one of the core JAR memories. Is just I think that was like a 3-hour-long episode, and it was when that Harambe news dropped, and I was upset, man.
It actually started the monkey kind of.
I suppose it did.
I
wonder if that's where, because gorillas are my favourite animals.
Yeah.
Really? So yours is gorillas, mine's orangutans.
I love orangutans.
Have you joined the orangutan?
I've 100% joined the gang orangutan.
Gang orangutan?
Yeah, gang orangutan.
We'll learn how to pronounce what the names even are, and then...
Okay, Muscucius.
To be honest, Jarlings know the things. They know the episodes better than we do. They know the things we said better than we do. So we can leave it to them to organise
See, no, this actually goes into a topic I actually wanted to talk about, and that was that recently, while at work, I decided that, I watch YouTube videos at like the last hour of the day because it's a nice way to end the day. And I watched episode, don't know, but it was called the Star Wars Wheel. Star Wars is
Star
real.
Wars Star Wars real. Something like that.
And it was pre-COVID. It was like a few weeks or maybe just after the first small lockdown. So it was kind of really early days of COVID, and it was crazy listening to how we talked about it, just given how much it's changed now.
Because that was early 2020 kind of time.
Yeah, and it was the same time that The Last Jedi came out.
I guess, late 2019. Was it right?
The Last Jedi?
What were we talking about?
The last one.
Oh.
And we were talking about it. And I was it's just weird listening to you talk about Star Wars and how the perception of that is now different to how you were talking about it then.
What was I saying, out of interest?
That you quite liked
that it's crap.
I was saying that.
Yeah. You're both saying it was shocking. The awful.
The Last Jedi?
Yes.
I'm going to have to re-listen to this.
The Last Jedi... No, I think you're getting the name wrong. James is talking about episode 9.
Oh.
That's The Last Jedi?
No, that's...
No, okay. That's The Last Skywalker. Wait. What actually is it called?
He's called The Last Jedi.
That's the Rian Johnson one.
Yeah.
No.
That's the controversial one.
Yeah, Skywalker...
Oh, Rise of the Skywalker.
Right, is that actually what it was?
Yes, Rise of the Skywalker.
I actually can't remember it. I can't remember what it's even called.
Yes, that
Episode 9, I just call it.
Yeah.
The worst Star Wars movie.
Because you were saying about how it's basically just Fast and Furious.
If not worse.
It is worse. It straight up is worse. But anyway.
Interestingly, though, there was a discussion on it about wearing jeans. And I found this fucking hilarious, because there's a weird thing with Jar is that after an episode, I don't remember a single thing I've said. So when I go back to listen to an episode, it's like a new experience for me, because I just forget the shit I fucking talk about. And this one fucked me up. It was unbelievably funny. Because nothing I was saying makes any sense.
Was that the one where you were saying about changing into your pajamas?
I was trying to make the point that if you get out of the shower, you don't have enough time to wear jeans. So you wear shorts or pajamas. And you couldn't understand the time aspect.
Yeah, it's vaguely coming back to me now.
No, that's to this day, because obviously when you do a podcast over spanning years, obviously your opinions change.
Oh,
and you grow with it.
No, if you say something once in a video, that's your opinion forever.
Well, yeah, besides that. But I just want to say that jeans, I'm still in the firm camp of you can't wear jeans after getting out of a shower. But I pretty much only wear trackies now. And I said in that video that I never wear trackies. Trackies have become my new shorts. So if you get out of the shower, you wear trackies and not jeans. Because you don't have enough time to wear jeans.
There's just no time in this life for jeans.
Yeah,
Finn Armstrong, left one for us. Bear was wondering if you boys could start saying good morning first. I live in New Zealand and it would really help with my immersion when I turn the podcast on every Tuesday morning while I lie in bed wishing I never woke up. Good episode, watched it on mute at 2 times speed.
Well, maybe you should actually start wishing you were alive.
What?
They wish they didn't wake up.
No,
so we're going to be supportive and say that they should wish they are alive.
They already are alive. They don't need to wish for
something. Yeah, but they want to be asleep, bro.
No, wish to win the lottery and then just waste all your money on lottery tickets.
And cocaine.
We're not going to change, though, because game on.
Yeah, game on.
Game on.
Exactly. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head there.
Yeah.
We can't
Sorry,
adjust.
dude.
We're not going to adapt to your preferences. Sorry.
Logan Stevens addressed something as well, saying, James, I was being serious with my comment on your fashion take. Sorry you took it as otherwise. I agree that these things should be obvious, but the opposite is very true for the average person buying clothes.
Oh, you don't have to apologise for that. Yeah.
No, I told you.
Yeah.
I told you. Nothing.
You did tell me. I doubted myself, and I doubted the comments.
I told you.
You did tell me, and I'm very, very sorry that I interpreted it incorrectly.
No, don't get the jarlings wrong. There are some out there that will go for your throat, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
There are definitely some, but at the same time, there are some that
There's
will do
some
the
good
opposite.
jarlings out there who are darlings, just like their name suggests.
Exactly.
Oh, is that why they're called jarlings?
Yeah, they are darlings.
Ah.
And they're, you know...
Jonglist said, as a jar goblin from South Carolina, hearing y'all do southern accents is a treat. Bye-bye.
We're not... Of all the like gimmicks and funny little dibbies we have on the episodes, that one's never coming back. Ever.
Alex had so much fun.
He did, and I had no fun. I didn't have fun, so nobody else can.
No, but James being made miserable by it was absolutely essential to the whole thing being awesome.
No, but that's
It comes down to jealousy, though. Let's be real.
Oh, I'm a very jealous man at the moment.
What about Bear? No, not Bear. Just the accent makes you jealous. What about it?
No, I'm not jealous of that.
Explain. You got to explain it. What do you mean? What are you jealous by?
You know what he's jealous by?
Yeah, you know.
James, say Abaya.
Abaya.
There we go.
We got one more. From Bilbo Smashings.
Oh.
Hi, Jar Boys. Just wanted to add something to the discussion about the door-to-door salespeople, as someone who was one of them. So I was talking about this last episode, my bad experiences with door-to-door salesmen. Firstly, a solid 80% of it is all a scam. Alex talked at length about feeling powerless because they all have the knowledge and he doesn't. But they don't really. Unless they're the boss or have been in it for years, they're taught to know more about qualifying you as someone they can sell to, rather than knowledge about the product. My boss directly told me once that product knowledge isn't important at all. And that just comes with time. All I needed to do was make sure the homeowner was a person who qualified for what we were selling. It's very predatory indeed, but the best way to shut it down is to do the awkward thing and say no, bluntly and as soon as possible. Don't give the conversation room to breathe. You don't have to be rude, but let your position be forever known and don't flinch at smart talk they try. It's all a script they rehearsed in the office hours before. From the moment they greet you, even asking how your day is part of their script. We were all taught how to segue quickly into sales talk and using a predetermined greeting and certain phrases. Nonetheless, most of them I knew never figured out how to work their script around the customer, just saying no straight away. I worked for my company for 3 weeks before leaving. I was in work for 5 days a week doing 7 to 8 hours of knocking on people's doors and only earned £150, since it was all commission-based. That's why these people are so pushy and needy for your time and attention, refusing to take no for an answer. They likely have little sales training or experience and are more focused on their script and qualifying you than they are about your feelings and the weird situation they put you in by being at your door like that. With that in mind, I feel sorry for people in the job I was in now, but still can't stand being spoken to by salespeople anyway. I understand their plight now, but just don't have the time for them or their scam. Some of them don't even know it's a scam. I didn't until after. Game on, Mingers. I enjoyed that interesting chat.
That's some interesting insight.
That is some interesting insight, and I just kind of feel sorry because they are underpaid.
Yeah.
And if it's all based on commission, you just get shafted.
That's the thing with door-to-door selling, is that like if it's an independent, like let's say this one guy has a company where he does some manual labor thing, right? This one guy fixes ceilings. If he goes knocking on doors, his business is harmed by the bigger companies that do conservatories that have these salesmen that make you just want to say, no, go away, close the door.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like a sneaky tactic to come across as
Genuine.
like genuine small business. Just trying to like do good.
Yeah.
And make a bit of dosh.
Well, my whole thing was that specifically with the conservatory guy was that the pretense was this is a no commitment. It's just a quote. Don't worry about it. And then when he was in my house, and I did give him like a firm, I'm not gonna make a decision today. If you give me time to assess this quote, then sure. But it was a case of, oh yeah, I don't know about this one. It's gonna change after today. So I was like, no, but then it's like, oh, no, you've been identified as a good one. So we're just not going to let you, we're not going to take no for an answer, because no means yes in our fucked up sales world.
This is the thing. The tactic they need to do is like, all it is just like, you won someone over and then you sell them a way to fix their bones. You create the problem they need fixing.
Yeah.
We do. You'd be like, they need a conservatory, so I'll make it so they have to buy one.
Yeah.
And I get my money and I can have my millions in my account. I'd be a great salesman.
You would be.
I am good at selling things.
Yeah.
I'm good at selling Lego. I've had a few people messaging me, taking me for a sap, you know. Oh, well, I'll give you this for that. Nah, I look at Bricklink. I look at the second-hand market value.
Underestimate the man
Alex.
that looks at Bricklink.
So true.
Never. Get yourself ladies out there looking for a man.
Bricklink expert.
It should be go on a date with any lady. It should be your first question.
Just go.
Do you know do you know what Bricklink is?
Oh yeah, just do it straight up. You meet them. They say
yeah. Your first question. Are you more of a brick set or a Bricklink kind of gal?
Yeah. Yeah. You show up at your date from Tinder,
and Bumble,
and they're like, wow, you look nothing like. Was that profile picture even you? That was clearly not you.
You looked a bit more plastic in your profile picture.
Yeah, you looked more human in the profile picture, and then you're just like, stop. Bricklink, tell me what you know. And if they give you 3 deets, marry him, right there. Propose,
yeah, have the ring prepared.
Diamond ring.
Yeah, have it in your pocket, ready to just whip out.
Yeah, 10 grand ring.
No, you gotta
if the man
have
got
different
Bricklink,
rings.
he's got more than 10 grand. You know
no, it's not fair. No, it's not true. Because Bricklink is for the savvy buyer, not the rich buyer. Because the rich buyer is not using Bricklink; they're using the Lego website itself, and they've got accounts with loads of points on because they buy all their sets direct. We all know someone like that.
Metagamers.
Points
manipulators.
Lego metagamers.
Yeah. Alex, would you say you're a Lego metagamer?
No. There are a few out there. I'd say.
Alex, would you say you're a metagamer in general, though?
Depends on the game we're talking about.
The game of life.
Compared to some, I could be much more impressive.
No, don't compare to some. Compare to the normal person.
I admit I'll try and metagame as much as possible.
Some.
You're addicted to metagame.
You are addicted to being a metagamer.
Well, it depends what metagame is.
Your car is because there's like a bar. There's like a pendulum that's.
You can literally see. You can literally see on it when you're saving energy by not accelerating down hills. You're metagaming traveling.
I will admit that part of the allure of my car was the meta aspect.
Yeah, every time I get in your car, there'll be a point where you're like, oh, got some nice charge there.
Every journey at some point.
Journey.
No, but it goes deeper. Because you've recently had solar panels installed. Where does that solar panel go? It fuels the very car you're metagaming. And guess what? You have an app for your solar panels that shows you the times of the day when you're most energy efficient and you're soaking up all that energy.
Yeah.
Are you not metagaming that as well?
Absolutely. Yeah,
How many apps?
When that sun is blaring, it's time to put the dishwasher on. It's time to put the washing machine on.
How many apps do you have on your phone or
just
whatever?
as far as metagame is concerned?
Yeah,
do you count like McDonald's app? Does that count for those free drinks?
Absolute, bro. I've never known someone metagame the McDonald's app as much as you. we will just talk. During the week, and you'll come up and you'll be like, "Oh, I got that £20 discount today. If you spend £20 and we get a 40% discount," and we will go specifically because you've reached that metagame achievement.
Well, I remember when this kind of metagaming Groupon type stuff really started, but it wasn't about the Groupon type thing because that's
There's too many steps,
too many things holding you back. Whereas now it's like, you're wasting your time if you're not metagaming, you know.
Yeah.
Like recently I was looking into these credit cards where you can get like points, like air miles or whatever,
air miles.
that kind of thing, right? I was looking into that type of stuff. I should have been on this years ago, right? That's the play, right? You build up your credit score because credit's important. You need a good one, And you can do it with these stupid metagame credit cards.
Not even true. Go off the grid. My recommendation to any up and coming
Just anyone who's
TikTok
young.
stars.
Yeah.
Go off the grid.
No,
Go
but
fucking invisible.
you
If they can't find you, then they can't tax you, bro.
no, but here's the thing, Jamie. Have you also not become one with some metagaming?
I'm a man of
have you
constant
not-
sorrow. I drink.
Have you not
I
recently?
drink a lot of coffee.
You have
and-
downloaded the Costa app, and you are receiving your beans
No, but the
in order
thing
to
is-
metagame.
The thing is, this is the cycle that I didn't want to begin because I was against the Costa card for a long time.
You were, because Costa is not the best coffee.
It's not the best coffee, but I can't deny I drink a lot of it. And I thought, you know what?
If you're doing it anyway,
I'm drinking a lot of coffee anyway. I might as well get a free one every now and again from it.
and to be
And then
honest,
I catch myself. I'm like, I've had 2 coffees today, and I'm like, wait, if I get another one, then I get a free one sooner.
That's the danger. That's
So
what
I went and got another one. And it's like, wait a minute, this defeats the whole point because I just bought another one that I don't even want. But I'm just doing it to get a free one, even though I'm paying money now. I'm buying more than I would have
for the free one,
For the free one, so they're
That's
winning.
what they get you, man.
they are winning.
Yeah,
And see,
but I
that's
have the card now. Now I'm in too deep.
You are in too deep. This is where you've started. You've got the little dopamine hit of that
Yeah.
bean,
Yeah,
and now it's going
Although-
to keep steamrolling.
we went to Costa today,
We did.
I didn't.
and well, you didn't.
Yeah, there's a reason we went to Costa today, Alex.
Yeah, because I have a Costa card, and I used my Costa card, and by the looks of things, I didn't get my bean, so I might just throw this thing in the bin.
No, to be fair, it's going to take time to update. And the thing
it
is,
does not, because last time I did it, they swiped the card, and then my app was like, "You're fucking beaning up, bruv. You're on your way to a free coffee."
the beans are flowing.
Yeah,
But I'm the least metagamer of all of us because
Wrong.
I go to the
Wrong.
meal deal Costa machine for the last 2 weeks. I've gone every day. Every day, a meal deal every single day because you get the free Costa machine.
Well, you're not even using your club card.
I don't even have a club card.
Okay, you're just.
That
That's
means
just
I've
ridiculous,
thrown
yeah.
away 50p
no,
every
but that's
time.
actually just kind of
Yeah.
That is
like,
stupid. In the living crisis we currently reside in,
yeah.
that is kind of stupid. I will admit that. But I don't even have a Costa card because every time you get one of these meal deal Costas, which is £3.50 for a fucking meal deal Costa with everything, you get a free bean. So over the last,
Get a free bean.
you get free bean with
Well,
your
you
meal
get a
deal.
free bean. You get a bean towards a free drink, and you need 8 beans for a free drink.
So if over the last 2 weeks alone, I would have got a free drink. And if I had the Costa card, it wouldn't change the amount of times I've been buying those meal deals because I just
yeah,
can't
but
bother
surely
cook.
the meal deal would still be £3.50,
It would, yes,
even if you got the free drink.
yes. No,
So
because
would you get 2 Costas?
No, because I'd use that free drink when I go into the Costa pop-up Costa,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
not on the machine.
I see what you're saying.
See,
Yeah.
I could be doing, but I'm not
and you
metagaming.
can get
that.
any drink you want, so you can max that shit.
You can
up.
get the Energizer caramel latte,
Yeah.
really nice,
Yeah,
full of sugar.
Trash, horrible.
Yeah, the way I see it is, if we're gonna live in like a mega corporate Blade Runner nightmare, we
you
might as
wanna just
well.
Get the
Yeah,
free
we
thing.
might as well stock up on beans while they're worth something.
Yeah, exactly. Anything you can get off them, go for it. Anything.
Yeah.
A free bean here and there.
See, no, but the only one I've actually metagamed is the Starbucks app, because you order
have.
certain amount of app points. I'd say it's probably the best one. Because you
seems
get
that way.
you get 250 stars, and then you become a gold member. With a gold member, you get all the syrups and all the extra espresso, all the extras you want to throw into your Frappuccino, Chocky Wocky, fantastic Frappuccino. All the extras you want to throw in that bad boy, they're free.
You're forgetting a major detail though. You got to drink Starbucks.
No, but here's the thing: the Chocky Frappuccinos taste great, and that's because they got like 90 grams of sugar in.
Yeah.
And Jamie absolutely loves them. So that's where it's worth it, because the extras are like £1 each. So if Jamie's getting like 5 extras, that's £5 of free stuff.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They make it. They overcharge for this shit. So then when they give it to you for free, it's like,
Mhm.
well,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
saving £5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's trash. The system is fucking rigged. We're
Hamsters on the wheel.
We're hamsters on the wheel.
Meow. Sorry, what kind of noise do hamsters
They go.
Yeah, so get on it, man. You get on the
Metagame.
club
Yeah.
card now.
And what you should do is you should metagame Jar Media, go through every video, give it a like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
well, that's what I was
subscribe.
about to announce. We got an exciting announcement around these parts. We got the Jar Media Meta card. You can use it in Metaverse. If you buy a Jar Media coffee in the Metaverse, you get a point. That point goes towards the special Jar Media.
No. Do you know what it goes towards? You know what it goes towards, Alex?
What?
It goes towards the pisser. Oh, we got a little announcement to make.
6 million jar points and you get the pisser. The pisser is yours. The pisser,
Pisser
becometh.
is yours. Truthfully, the pisser is no more.
Yeah.
Well, the Pissa Problem is now.
The pisser has become a problem.
Yeah.
Pisser
we got to solve the Pissa Problem.
Yeah.
So you know what me and Jamie did today is we went and bought a car.
Excuse me?
The pisser's been replaced. The pisser's been upgraded. It's evolved.
Yeah.
It's the middle evolution.
It is.
The Pokemon is happening. It does that, doesn't it? And then it starts going.
I don't know the ditty once it's done.
It does that, right? It goes da 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 da, and then it goes. Yeah. This is old school. I don't know what it's like now.
Yeah.
It probably goes.
Now it's like.
Yeah, it goes.
But yeah, I bought a Toyota Supra.
He didn't buy a Supra. As much as I'd wish for him to buy a Supra, he bought a Toyota Celica T-Sport. 190 brake horsepower, naturally aspirated, lift.
Celica sounds like a Pokemon, to be honest.
It does. It does.
Pissa Celica Supra.
Boom. And you know what the thing is? They sold a Celica Supra. You could literally get them both in one. But Jamie upgraded his car, and it's the best. I'm jealous.
James is jealous.
I'm
I've not
genuinely
seen
jealous.
James so jealous of a vehicle before.
So what? Basically, this come about because you said in brief, kind of casual conversation, like, "Oh, what would you do with the Pissa if I were to replace it?" And then I was just like,
it wasn't even that. I was saying to Alex, like, I kind of want to get a new car.
Mhm.
and then this is where it all went downhill
And then-
because Alex told me.
Yeah, then you guys went for coffee, and Alex was like, Jim's thinking about getting rid of the Pissa.
And obviously, I saw an opening, so it was just like, I'm going in. So I instantly sent a picture. I was just like, what do you think of this? Instantly, you were like, that looks cool. And I was like,
yeah,
okay.
well, you sent me two.
That was like a week turnaround.
It was a week.
Yeah.
Exactly a week from talking about cars to actually having it here. Because I sent you two pictures. I sent you a Corolla, which is just it's the Pissa but bigger, and the Celica, the sports car. And I was like, he'd want the Corolla because it's a little bit bigger, it's still small. And then you slapped me around like, I want the Celica.
Yeah.
And then
you
I was
can
just
make
like,
a little side business out of this. You're the guy that like, oh, come on, find me a car with these restrictions. Bit bam, James has found the perfect car for you.
No, it actually fucking blew my mind. Like, I told James nothing about the type of thing I wanted, like, what my preferences were. James just found it before I even said anything. And then not only did James find it, but he found the perfect deal within, like, a week. And then
Fairly
drove
local.
me there, and I bought it. It was just like, bomb, bomb, bomb.
you did nothing. You actually did
you didn't
nothing
have to do
about the
anything.
process.
Yeah,
It was
I supplied the money and drove the car back. That was it.
And it was because with the price of them, they're either stupidly expensive, like 4,000 or 5,000, or like stupidly cheap because there's something wrong. And this one, I was just searching. I was just like, this one looks clean. It's low miles and it's really good price. Boom, cleanest car I've seen. No rust, bodywork's good condition, low miles, perfect. Boom, done deal. Mint car, and I love it, and I'm jealous.
Yeah, it looks sick.
It's the
say.
natural
I've-
evolution.
The thing is, you saying that makes me feel guilty.
Why?
Because, like, I just thought, car looks kind of cool, quirky, and, like, a bit weird. You're telling me all this, like, techno shit, and I'm like, yeah, man, that sounds...
Yeah, I literally sent you videos like, look what it does
Yeah.
at 9,000 RPM.
Yeah, I just held the phone to my ear and was like, yeah, sounds cool. And, and then, I forgot where I was going with this. You know all this shit, and then you drove the car today,
And yeah,
gave it a test, and you're like, man, this shit's nice.
It is nice car.
And the fact that I don't know shit makes me guilty.
You shouldn't feel
Because-
guilty because it's an entry point. It's an entry point for you to enjoy the little bit of car world that you experience through me.
Yeah.
Because once you get lift and you're like, you you'll be like, you appreciate it, and that's what matters. I'm opening another level. I'm opening the doors of your brain to appreciate the little things. But generally, it's a really nice car, but it leaves us in the conundrum, the piss conundrum.
Yeah, we got piss to spare.
What do we
got
do with this piss,
left
man?
over.
We have piss to spare. So, Jarlings, what should we do with the pisser?
Yeah.
It is the pisser as of like the end of this weekend is going to be parked up, and we don't know what to do. In an ideal world, I would take the pisser under my wing.
Well, you guys are trying to convince me to take the pisser.
I think the pisser
That's where it
belongs
began.
in your hands.
Yeah.
Whereas I got a few issues with that, if I'm being real.
Like what?
Yeah.
Name three. Go
Name
on,
three,
try.
okay. The front.
No metagame is one of them.
The front left window can't open. That's a
Okay,
problem.
what's the problem with that? You sit in the right.
Because it also has no AC.
It doesn't have any.
So you can't
Doesn't
open
have
the
AC.
window, one of the main windows.
You can open. It's got 4 windows. You can open 3. Come on.
And the other 2 are wind-up windows, so they can't break.
Yeah, they literally can't break. So that one's debunked. Come on, 3 more.
debunked.
Yeah, we
No, that
debunked it.
That counts. I would say, how many miles has it done?
Don't know. Doesn't matter, bro. It's got a new
Probably like
clutch. It's reliable.
200,000, surely.
Huh?
Close to 200,000.
No,
No, it's like 140.
Okay.
nothing. It's a Toyota, bro.
I took it to a mechanic, right, when I got the clutch done for it. He said that he's seen this very car reach 400k.
It's a pisser.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, 400k. So it's not even like it's a quarter of the way through its life.
Like this
See,
is
if-
what
if
I
it-
said.
if it was one of-
So
if
it's
it
gonna
was
last
like-
longer.
If it was the quality of one of those ones James found the other day, the like white one and really cool, the 3-door one,
Well,
heartbeat.
mod it then.
Bro, that's the beauty of cars. You can
But what do
can
you mean
improve
by
them.
quality?
Well, because the pisser's way older, it's all fucked up.
It's not.
It's not the exterior, the things that people see.
It's
Sure, it's a little bit fucked up.
That's no
And
fault
inside,
of my
it's-
own.
It requires work.
It doesn't
No,
require. It doesn't though.
All it
Absolutely
needs
not.
is the window and a service.
You could do a service.
Windows service, deep clean. I can't be fucking with this shit.
Yeah, but I can clean it.
Yeah. I can clean it.
And also,
I can service it.
The majority of the dirt that's in there was all 3 of us, to be fair.
Yeah, we've all contributed to that.
Yeah. I'd say even in equal amounts.
Yes.
No,
Yeah, no.
Okay.
You can't deny it.
not true.
Absolutely true.
I'd make an effort to take my shit out of there. Yeah,
No,
every now and again
it's
someone
not
was
just
left.
the shit, it's just, it's like crumbs, right? We've all
Yeah.
eaten a fuck ton of fries in that car.
We have.
And the crumbs happen, it's a natural thing.
Well,
It's not
honestly,
my
my main concern is the car cannot go until we have documented it in some form and there's a nice piss of video.
That's why we're talking about it now.
The end of this documentation is you taking it on.
Yeah.
No,
The
it's
pisser
me
needs-
driving off a fucking cliff. That's the end.
No, but this is the thing. Okay, like it's established in JAR law. There's so many funny moments that have happened as a result of this. One we haven't even talked about because we're too scared to.
In time.
In time, yes. It's-
No, let's mark it today, 5 years from now.
We talk about the
No,
incident.
that story should be one that we record and then just save.
Oh, yeah.
True. This vehicle has JAR law. It's not like the vehicles I've owned that were briefly talked about, but they weren't established. The piss has been established.
Yeah,
It has
infamous.
in the JAR wall of
Yeah, there's
That's a good point. We need a nice picture of it. Frame it.
Don't we have the Toyota logo somewhere in it?
Oh, yeah.
It's literally
Yeah, right, but
there.
on the hand
it's there.
behind James. Yeah, you can see the pisser's logo.
This. I removed this in a car park with a credit card.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it looks like a cock when it's upside down.
It does.
I think it
Smart.
belongs in Alex's hands.
It does. That's the thing.
I
It absolutely.
genuinely-
No, but here's the thing.
That's convenient, isn't it?
No,
the way it
no,
gets
listen.
off your hands is for me to just have it. Also,
No,
that's
listen.
not what I'm saying. I'm saying
Bro. How much is the range on your BMW?
5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You
shite.
can't even drive. You couldn't even have picked up Jamie's new car from Bristol because you don't have the range. But you know what has the range? The pisser.
The pisser could do that journey 30,000 times. before
And it would
ran
be
out of fuel.
fine.
Yeah, then you'd only get through like a quarter of the fuel.
Nah.
No. I want the Alex. If Jarlings vote on this,
No. This will just be like the mullets. Alex will back out because he knows he'll lose.
No, because we're in the mullet thing together. So we have to do it together.
I've already backed out of that.
Yeah,
you backed out. Damn, that's cold. Okay, no, Jarlings, you vote. Who owns the pisser from today onwards? Alex or James?
See, no, but here's the thing. I'm going to be in the market for a new car because mine's going into storage. So, and it's like the plan, worst case scenario, was that if Jamie were to get a new car, which he now has, I was just going to take the pisser on once mine's in storage. But my car's going in storage in November. We're so far ahead that I don't have the space.
Well, I was saying to you guys, honestly, my main concern is that there's now a gap in the market in terms of the Hummer vehicle.
Yeah, and
Like the Pissa was the Hummer vehicle.
The pisser was.
Yeah, but it's not
vehicle.
gone.
There's nothing funny about the Laurel. There's nothing funny
No.
about my car. Well, there's a couple things funny about
Yeah,
it.
your
your
car's
car
funny.
is pretty funny.
But not like the Pissa funny, you know?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because
That's what I mean. I don't want to get rid of it. I like it. I really like that
No,
car.
but here's the thing. It's basically it's a free car and it's a reliable car.
And it's actually really nice to drive.
It is. I like
Even with that clutch.
It
The
just
clutch that
screeches.
I got fucking repaired. The clutch that is brand spanking.
I've never driven
new.
the Pissa.
I've never driven it since it's had a new clutch because Jamie likes the new clutch so much he doesn't want me to break it.
Yeah, it feels good, man.
I've driven that car and it's just like you can turn it on a dime because it's light and the steering's light
Yeah,
and
you
it
can
changes
corkscrew
gear
it
lovely.
on a roundabout. You don't even have to go around it. It just jumps and spins.
Yeah, it's a perfect car and it's like it would be a shame for it to go because there's only there's only a few situations of this pisser, right? It either leaves our flock, it goes out into the wild, and we'll never
dies.
see it again.
And somebody just kills it because
or-
I'll sell it for like 200
Or
quid.
I kill it.
Or I kill it.
No, because you won't kill it. I will kill it in a blaze of glory.
You'd take it to like a care home and treat it right. You know, you'd have that motherfucker living.
I don't know, but then I'm also like, I like the idea of having the car where if you do crash it into a wall, it's not a big deal, you know.
Yeah, Jamie's done
Yeah.
it a fair few times.
Yeah, no, this is what I'm saying though. Like you have that opportunity right in front of you, and it's free.
It's not free though, is it?
No,
I'm gonna have to get insured on that. I'm gonna have to
Bro,
get it serviced. I'm gonna have to.
The service will cost nothing because I can do it.
All it needs is a fuel an oil change.
An oil change and a filter. That is literally 20 quid for a pisser. And the fuel's not a cost because it's the pisser. It's got like 90
Yeah, legit.
mpg.
Legit.
Because Alex, this is the thing.
It's
I
better
will-
for the environment than most electrical cars.
It's better for the environment than your actual car.
Yeah, than your electric car.
And that's not a lie. That is actually true because BMW spent a lot of money and emissions creating the hydro dams to create the carbon chassis of your BMW. You're like minus 12 million tons of carbon dioxide in your car alone.
Yeah,
So the pisser-
Pisser was forged in the fucking fires of
Mount Doom.
Mount Doom. No, that's the thing. Once you sit in that seat behind that wheel,
No, I'm with you in terms of that. I do have a deranged emotional attachment to that vehicle I've never even driven. But my problem is when it becomes my problem, you know?
when does it become your problem?
As soon as it's in my drive and I've got to fucking deal with the fucker.
What do you mean deal with it?
No, bro, this is the thing. This is the thing you haven't realised. It's the pisser. Argie's just fucking bit paisley. You've now got to spend a couple grand taking both of them to the vet. What do? You go outside and you kick the pisser. You let your frustrations out on the pisser because that's the place it has. You go into Sainsbury's car park, it's just like, that's it, I'm kicking the pisser's door in. You just kick it in. That's what the pisser is, bro. You're not thinking. Because
No,
Alex...
I'm thinking too much. That's the problem.
Don't think.
That is true. You are thinking too much. Because listen, even if you take this car on for free and then you're like, "Fuck, I hate this shit. I hate the pisser." Sell it.
I don't want to
crash
sell it.
into a
though.
lamppost.
No, I don't
and
want to
sell
sell it.
You don't want to sell it?
No, I don't. This
Then
is
this
has
is
been my issue from the beginning.
Then don't sell
What?
it. Make
If you
me
want to
sell
sell it.
No, but
I don't want to sell it.
Maybe James
Why has it got to be
doesn't
my
wanna let
problem
it
to
go.
sell
You
this
just-
piece of
yeah,
shit?
You just message James and James will sell it.
You're literally selling shit's my specialty.
No, because this is my fear, right? You're like, right, I've got this new car, I've got to get rid of the pisser now. Just put it on Alex's drive, there you go. Down, sorted. Sorted. Just forget about it now, it's there. That's my concern.
That shouldn't be your concern, that should be your excitement.
No, it's not.
It's like an obstacle course for Argy. Alex, Argy's had his first McDonald's in that car. There's videos of it.
No, but what I'm
Even
saying is,
Paisley hasn't had that privilege.
if I
She
had a
hates the
drive,
pisser.
I would just park the pisser and just let the tyres deflate, and then it's just
Nature,
like an
that's
actual...
sad though. I hate the idea of cars being left. Because send them out in a blaze
Yeah,
of
that's
glory.
why I was like, just get it cubed and just put the cube on the jar set.
cube.
Well, get it turned into a cube.
Yeah.
Scrap? No. Alex, do you know how many of my favourite cars have been ruined by old people taking them to scrappage? The Tory scrappage scheme has ruined my life.
James's neck veins just fucking grew, like...
No, I'm entirely
Too
against the scrappage scheme. The scrappage scheme was the worst thing.
Well, you're going to have to fill me in on what the scrappage scheme was. I'm not.
Take in your old car and get new car. Scrap old car, new car.
You know that BMW my dad had?
Scrappage scheme.
Mm-hmm.
How much they worth now? A lot. It's an E30.
Yeah.
How
Awesome
many
fucking
good cars have been ruined? How many AE86s have been ruined? Initial D cars, Paul Walker cars. They've all been turned into blocks and dishwashers.
It's
And you want to turn?
it's
That's
a
what you want to do
general-
to the pisser?
It's just a technology problem, right? It's like,
No.
you need a new phone every year. You need a
That's
new
the
one.
thing, though. The pisser is better than so
Everything-
many cars.
You right now. You can go get a brand new Mercedes on £500 a month. The pisser will cost you £10, and it will last 10 times as long. If the pisser has to go, it has to have a Viking funeral.
What, we push
Yeah,
it
I
into
like
the
it.
ocean and set it on fire?
Yeah, who's gonna get the bow with the fire arrow? And
Not literally, because then
no, literally.
No,
I like
someone's
this
going
idea.
to come across like a sunken, destroyed Yaris, and it'll become.
Yeah, do the
in-
thing where you soak the rag with the fuel, have it sticking out, and then,
it-
fire arrow the rag that's hanging out of the.
The wet rag.
Yeah,
And
And
then
then-
the fire arrow just goes out, and then the pisser sinks. Well, I mean, to begin with, we just push the pisser into the ocean, then it just goes down.
yeah. We find a
Or
nice
it gets
cliff.
stuck
It'll
in
be
the
a
sand.
relic in
yeah.
100 years. They'll find just a toy Yaris, and it's like
yeah.
it will end up in a
it'll be the
museum.
one proof of intelligent life on the planet.
This is a piss that we pushed
10
into the
million
Perfectly
ocean.
preserved pisser.
Yeah, because ain't nothing killing that fuck.
Mhm.
Me.
You couldn't kill it.
If it has to die, I'm doing it. I will roll down a hill and slam it in first gear and then just light it up and zing, up a hill. I'll do it on your estate.
Do some stunt driving.
Yeah, I
Some
will do stunt
ramps.
driving in it.
No, but I don't want it to die. This is my
That's
whole
the thing. It's like I'm like the invader. I'm the person coming into our
Yeah.
world and causing chaos. I will
Yeah.
be the invader and I will invade the pisser's world.
So am
and
I the
will-
one being invaded?
No, not really.
So I'm
No,
just
I
fucked.
am.
The pisser's being invaded.
I genuinely don't know what to do about
So
it.
that's why we're talking about this, Jarlings. Because I'm all for cleaning it up and then almost giving it away to a Jarling. Because at the end, there's Jarlings who are at the age where they're going to learn to drive. Perfect car to live and drive in is a pisser. It's a Toyota Yaris.
Yeah.
Mm.
Low insurance.
If you are a young driver learning to drive first car, the pisser's perfect for you, and you could actually own Jar Media lore, and you could have your own stories of it, and you too will fall in love with it.
True.
That's my plea. That's our plea that the Jarlings need to take this on.
That would be an awesome way for it to go.
So would
you can actually meet us.
So would you be happy to pass it on to a jarling?
Yes.
Yeah, but on the condition that I don't have to clean it beforehand.
Fucking filthy.
Yeah.
No, that they won't sell like that. We can also autograph it with like a blade into the paint.
Yeah.
You can get all of our signatures on the pisser.
For free, right? So it's just a case of like you just turn up.
No,
You
you,
do-
you have to donate to our Patreon 6k a month for 6 months.
Okay. Yeah, I can get down with that.
No, if it on
What
it.
is Jar Media law?
Yeah, we're not selling jar media. This is like NFT. This is a literal, real life
Yeah,
NFT.
this
that
is
market's crashed,
this is
bruh.
just an FT.
Fungible token.
Yeah, the car is the token, man. And it's
Fungible
fungible.
Toyota.
It's fun as fuck.
It's an
I'll tell you
FT.
that.
Funny
Why?
Toyota, yeah.
Fungible Toyota Yaris.
Yeah.
So Jarlings, let us know, because if any of
Yeah,
you
genuinely.
if any of you are passionate about as much about the piss as we are, send us a message. Send Alex a message on IHE stating.
No, don't,
Yeah.
I won't see that shit. Don't bother. Do it somewhere else. Do it on the jar Reddit. I'll see it there probably.
Yeah, but genuinely, on a serious note, let us know what we need to do, because it needs to be
Well,
passed on.
I can sell it for 1p on my eBay page.
There you go. Do that.
No, because then eBay take a portion of it, and they'll take
Of
the 1p.
99p.
No, you could get more than that. That being said, it's not got the best MOT history. I'm gonna be real with you.
It's got a dodgy MOT history.
It doesn't have a dodgy MOT history, but the last MOT, it was like
Replace all
You know.
this.
kind of.
Just scraped by. Just pissed on by.
Well, my car's got a for the last like 2017. My car's have an MOT history of like repair the windscreen because of crack. If I can't repair the windscreen because it has to come from Japan, the car would generally just be written off if I crack the windscreen. So that's
Scary,
a good
man.
thing.
Does that not make every drive the most like tense thing?
I just don't care. If the police pull me over like your windscreen's cracked, fuck them. I ain't repairing it.
No, just do Jim's fart strat he heard.
Yeah, the fart spray. Or actually just shit yourself.
Yeah.
No, whenever there's a police car behind me, I shit myself.
Yeah.
Legit, there's a bit of poo in my pants afterwards.
Yeah, if I hear those sirens, I'm shitting. It might be
Yeah.
an ambulance, but at least you're prepared, you know?
Yeah.
If in doubt, shit it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We'll catch you on the second part.
Yeah, we'll catch you on the second episode of today's episode.
Yes.
It's freaking me out how I look like, fuck, you know that cat from that Cat in the Hat? Yeah, Shrek, you know?
Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second half of the show of the JARChive podcast, episode 3+1. For this segment, we head over to a nice little bit of Jar Reddit, 5 Nights at Freddy's Reddit, to answer some questions. If you want to ask a question, find the
Suggestion thread.
the suggestion thread and drop us a question. If
Yeah.
not,
Just like Reset My Head did, who was starting us off with a really difficult one to answer.
Cool.
Is there any update about the JARChive? I remember when the Patreon was launched once... Oh my god, I can't speak. Once the lads received a certain amount per month, from memory it was like 400, but to be honest I don't know for certain. Then they'd upload the old episodes on the RSS feed that are missing. I remember there being a brief mention on the podcast that work had begun, I think by Jarling, but since then I don't think I've heard an update. So as if I've missed any. I think the last update was from 2020. Cheers Gooners, just being a cheeky wanderer, listening to the old episodes from Google Drive at work just isn't it.
well, that whole, I think COVID kind of.
So my understanding is that there is a Jarling who has prepared all of the audio files and has it like ready to go, but it's a case of individually uploading every single one of these, properly naming it, doing all the metadata, and it's just a case of I just haven't got round to it, I guess.
The thing with Jar, and it's why like there's a delay in like unboxing videos and whatnot, is because time is
A resource.
we
none of
never
us
have enough time.
Yeah.
It's
So it's like I could do that, or I could be working on another video, or an As Good As They Say, or any number of different things. I probably would have changed the tier probably on Patreon if I like knew whatever, like what it would require, the work it would require to bring it up to date. Basically, what it's going to require is just dedicating a day. Just be like, okay, let's just do this. But it's a matter of just etching it in somewhere.
into
It is on my mind, but like we've got the Jarling who we've been meaning to get back to for like since last year. That's how like far behind we are.
like we're not being rude. We are just all balancing a lot of plates. We are all on that
like
grind.
every day I wake up and there's like 5 things. This person I got a message. This thing I'm behind on or whatever. It's just a bit much after a while, you know.
We will get on it.
Yeah,
Just
we
like
will.
how we will get on extra videos at some point. It's gonna happen. We are just a little bit. We're grinders, okay? We're grinders.
We're on the grind set over here, you know. Dig the Head has one for James. What's your favorite epic rap battle of history?
Skip. Next question.
For serious though, you guys talking about YouTube/YouTubers you watched growing up. Do you think they had an impact on your sense of humor?
I didn't really watch anyone funny when I was growing up.
No, don't lie. You watched like what was it called? No, what was that? It was that series that used like video games for like sketch comedy. And it had like animated segments. Lyle McDouchebag did one of the voices, and he got screwed over by Machinima. What was that? What was that series called?
Oh shit.
Come on, bro. It was like your lifeblood at that time. What the fuck
It
was it?
was
Oh, what was it called?
Lyle on something else. If it was 2 people, it was Lyle on someone else.
Yeah, he was one of the main voice. There was an English guy, right? Was the other voice?
I do know, yes, but I don't think it affected my humour. I'm friends with Alex, so of course my humour's going to be a bit fucked up. Like, the person who's had the most influence on my humour is you two.
But you always say how much you hate our humour.
I do actually fucking hate it, but I still find it funny.
So how's it influenced it then if you just
I know, because I find it funny. I have to blend in. Like, do you actually think I like the Eternals?
Well,
Yes.
we can only go off what you say you like, and you said you liked the Eternals.
I did it because
You enjoyed it. You enjoyed going to the cinema and watching the Eternals.
Yeah, you
I
loved
didn't
it.
actually like it. I was just doing
No,
it.
because
for fun.
you went into it ready. You thought it was going to be the worst experience of your life, and you're like, oh, this is actually kind of.
Yeah,
This is kind of there's something to this. No, don't lie.
No, I'm not
What-
lying.
what
This
was
is the
that
truth, bro.
series
This is the truth we need to talk about. This is admitting our sins. Addressing the drama, bro.
Sanity Not Included.
Yes.
That was it. That was the one.
I did watch Sanity Not Included. And I did like it, but it hasn't. I have a different. I have different humor now because I'm.
Well, yeah.
It doesn't-
The question
humor-
was just
like-
grows.
Yeah.
Yeah, YouTubers
With
you
the
watch
times.
growing up, it doesn't necessarily have to impact all of your humor. I liked all the like animators, Oni,
Yeah, they were
Garapta,
really cringy.
Jontron, stuff like that.
Oh, can't say that bad word.
Yeah, bleep that.
Bleep that word.
Can I be totally honest?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I found Jacksepticeye when he was at like 100k. And I fucking couldn't get enough of the guy.
I know you
Really?
love Jacksepticeye.
I loved him. I genuinely did.
Jim's good at finding those gaming YouTubers that haven't caught fire yet. You know.
No, like back then it was for like when you are younger, those types of channels are core because you can't buy your own games. You have to wait until like you somehow get money. Like a family member visits and they're like, I want this child to like me, so here's £50, and then you can get a game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Or nowadays it's like you have to give them £80.
This is
yeah.
this is why
Get
this
the best
is,
edition of Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
This
Treat
is
yourself.
why the new generation will never be the same because they have free to play games.
Well, yeah, they have Fortnite.
Yeah.
You don't
How-
need another game if you have Fortnite.
Yeah,
but
free to
for
play
us-
games was such trash when we were like that kind of equivalent.
Yeah,
age.
I played them and they were bloody awful. And I spent a lot of money on them.
There was like a Dark Orbit fan who like left a comment. I don't know if I screen capped it.
Yeah, I think you did because I remember seeing it.
But yeah, Jacksepticeye. I
Funny.
don't know. I used to really like. I think they were originally called Inside Gaming.
Yes.
They
Inside
turned
Gaming,
They
yes.
turned into Funhouse,
Yes.
Oh,
and then
That's right, yeah,
and then
yeah.
it all went a bit dodge. But I
I watched Inside Gaming as well. It's like the Machinima days. I watched a lot of Machinima creators because Machinima were that.
Machinima was just
Yeah,
everything.
Yeah,
It was like
'cause
the
Inside
big-
Gaming was Machinima.
Mm-hmm. When they were screwing
Touch.
over every single creator they could
Yeah.
get their hands on.
Yeah.
Absolutely wringing their necks. including
I'm
Iceman
probably
3X.
still subscribed to a whole bunch of them.
But what else do you associate with that kind of era?
Well, Donkey.
Mm-hmm.
Donkey's been around the block. He is a YouTube legend.
When I first discovered Donkey, it was like, holy shit. And the thing is, I still go back and watch his like classic videos.
And they're still funny.
Some of his best videos were his old school Mario 64, where he's just like telling stories and playing Mario 64. And those videos are actual gold.
His humor still hits today, like compared to back then. Donkey's a legend. He is a gem.
Yeah, I wish I could have like 1% of his humor.
He's a genius as well. I don't know how he makes it funny. Love
Some
Donkey.
people just have the gift, man. They're just naturally funny.
For me, what's he called? JARChive.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Zero punctuation.
Zero punctuation, yeah.
Big time. Shit.
Alex, yours was Houseman 3X, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was seminal. As far as
No, because this is the thing. You were you had a different wave of humor back then that you were funny in being like having weird things with YouTubers. That was your that was funny. Like you, IHE. Your existence is an influence on me.
Yeah, true. Especially all the early videos, you're like constantly referenced within the videos, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Right?
Actual cringe nowadays, I think about it.
No, you got to be cringe to be base, man.
I know. And we are, as Jar Media, are based as fuck.
Yeah. It took a few episodes.
A fair few, yeah.
It took 3 plus 2 to be.
Well, that's the podcast rule,
It took
right?
3.
The podcast
the
rule
plus
is
one, though.
you got to do 100 episodes before you even start to even begin to be good, right?
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
just the way
honestly,
it
Or in our case, 3 plus 1.
goes. Yeah.
we made an episode where all we did was talk about ordering takeaway. Like, we've come from the sloppiest of, like,
Well, bro, and it's
despair.
this is one thing about Jar I never saw coming was like the different sects, you know, that are like now warring within. Is it normal? Is it curry? Is it one of
Chaos.
the newer ones? You know.
See, that's the thing. I don't even know enough of the episodes because I don't know what episodes have like a cult following besides the 2 obvious ones.
This is getting so out of control that the number doesn't even represent how many episodes we've done. It's not even remotely accurate.
The number doesn't even mean anything. If someone walks up to me and is just like, I really liked episode 212 or 136, I don't know what the fuck ever happens.
I remember titles more than I do numbers.
Yeah.
Wait, like the numbers mean nothing.
We've
been doing this for 5-6 years.
we're close to 10 years of Jar. Yeah, like because we did the
Was it
blabs.
2015 or 2016? Or if you're counting blabs, that's even
You know,
earlier,
but Jar
2014.
started with blabs.
Yeah.
The first like Jar blabs were like the short hair one in like 2013.
And people are still pissed at you about it.
Oh, it's
Still
actually
reference old
popped
Jar.
up on the Reddit about my take on short hair. Completely changed because I was wrong about short hair back then. I'll admit it.
no,
but
but I've
that
always
wasn't
found-
short hair.
What does short hair mean?
Short
when
hair.
women talk about it?
This is
Because
short hair.
No, but it means something different.
No, but it's, that's
No, but I
Like
think
short hair on a
people's-
guy is different than short hair on a
No,
girl.
but that's where I think people are angry at me because I was saying I like short hair, but my idea of short hair is like shoulder length. That's not short hair.
But it is for like a woman.
No, it's
talking
not
about
though.
it.
It's
well,
not
it depends
though.
on the woman. There's no like.
This is what I mean. Like it means nothing. Like just
You'd have
shut
to
up.
measure every woman's hair
To find a median.
in the world to find a medium, and then you can say, well, if it's shorter than that, then it's short hair.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But that's useless.
And the thing is, I have no preference to long or short hair. Hair's hair.
Hair's hair, man.
It just people look better with different hairstyles. People suit different hairstyles. And if you rock the hairstyle you like, you look great.
So what would the title of that blab be nowadays?
James is wrong.
Was that not even related to hair? Just James is wrong.
In general, it kind of fits to a lot of things. Let's be real.
Everyone is wrong.
Yeah,
All
you
the
can't
time.
be right unless you are wrong.
Yeah, Jar's been like the most humbling shit, you know. Because we'll be going off for fucking 20 minutes talking about some shit, and we're like, yeah, this, and that. And then one person is
that
like,
thing.
One person's like, actually, you clearly don't know shit.
Yeah,
And
Changes our entire axiom. Everything's changed.
Yeah.
One comment, that's all it takes.
Yeah. No, one
That's the
person
power,
that
man.
actually knows one thing.
Mm-hmm.
One thing.
One singular thing, that's all it
One
requires.
singular thing, and then we're like, oh shit, yeah, I guess
We're
we
wrong.
don't know one thing.
Yeah.
That's the power of the internet, man. Boogie's been preaching it for years.
And you
So
simply
right.
can't address all your wrongs when you've been doing a podcast this long.
Exactly.
You just gotta.
You gotta be right to be wrong. You gotta be
No,
wrong,
you gotta
to,
be
be
wrong
right.
to be right.
Mm.
And then you'll still be wrong.
You gotta be on the right to be wrong.
Just act.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing. Is that the cast name? To be right, to be wrong.
Right to be wrong.
Right to be wrong.
That's quite a good name, actually.
We have the right to be wrong.
And we have
Some people have the right to remain silent. We have the right to remain wrong.
we had the right to remain silent.
Here at we should start every episode with that disclaimer. We have the right to be wrong. And we probably will be wrong.
Yeah.
Full
Always.
Yeah.
Stove Jeebs says, "Hey Mingers, I had something I wanted to share with you all since it kept me up at night. I was with my friends and we were talking about what we'd name our kids if we ended up having them. My one friend genuinely said that he'd name his kid Spongebob because he felt it was such a common name to him. This gave me James energy, but also made me think about how celebrities and other famous people name their kids bizarre things. My
You mean
question
like,
is, are you lads bothered by this? I personally feel like it creates even more problems for the kids who already grew up in an atypical environment. Cheers."
So you're saying about naming your kid in ways that will get them bullied in school? Because that's what it comes down to. Because if you have a weird name, you're getting
Yeah, but
bullied.
how can you be
Yeah, but
bullied
if you're
at
like-
school if you're...
If you're Elon Musk's like kid, I think
Yeah.
you're right, you know?
Well, yeah, you just don't get therapy. Instead, just do cocaine when you're old enough to process your trauma.
Well, what pops into my head instantly is when Game of Thrones was at the height of its power. Everyone was
Yeah.
naming their daughters after Khaleesi, not knowing where the story was going to go.
That's good. That's cringe. It's like
Yeah.
stuff like that, and I'd probably say the same. People might hate me here about like tattoos. If you instantly love something, you gotta let it. You gotta give it a certain amount of time to know your actual feelings. Give it a year or two, then do it. I wouldn't name my kid Salika just because I suddenly like Salikas. You know, that's a bit cringe.
Saying that though.
Salika's kind of a cool word, you know?
Salika is a cool word. So just don't name your kid. Think about the main thing when having kids is like, will it get bullied? What you do now could get your kid
Yes,
bullied.
SpongeBob's just cruel.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
No, but he might become a bully because he's so self-conscious about his name that he's horrible.
But this is why we invented the subcategory of nicknames.
Yeah.
Like, so name your child something that's not going to get them bullied, something that's just, you know, a normal name, and then you can nickname them whatever you want. The silliest shit you can think of. That's fine.
Like Jim.
Like Jim. But isn't your nickname Jim as well?
That's the brain fuck of Jar.
Yeah. The nickname of James is Jamie.
James has both of our names as nicknames.
I just have to whack both of you off and then boom.
There you go. You've solved it. Guys, we got a deep one. We got a genuinely serious one here.
Yeah.
From Blue Lamp 77. Would you guys say the pandemic has directly, significantly changed you as a person? What I mean by this, to avoid confusion, if Thanos snapped his fingers now, deleted COVID from existence, and the world instantly returned to how it was in 2019, would you be a similar person to who you were before the pandemic, or significantly different?
I'd probably be different. Because I think, if anything, COVID, at least for me, having, done working from home for so long, it changes the view, what I desire from a job. Hence why I've changed drastically to building, mechanical stuff.
Yeah.
Because it made me so like, this is dead end, this is not what I want. So yeah, if Thanos just kind of slapped that all away, yeah, I think I would be a different person. Because I'm more confident because I was just like, I'm going for this job and I'm getting this job. And the confidence.
It, for me, it changed everything.
Your life is pre and post-COVID. There's a very clear
an extremely clear like line in the sand. Oh, this is when I got COVID twice, and it fucking changed everything and the flow of everything and the way everything sits. Yeah. I don't know which version is better, to be honest. The Thanos snap version that just came back, that maybe managed to avoid the whole pandemic. Part of me wants to say that version would be
I disagree. The current you is always the best you, through experience.
But
the more you experience, the more richer and better you become. Even if it's bad experiences.
You're saying the perspective that the pandemic awarded me,
yes,
is worth.
It's a tool to your belt. It's another skill you can use, and that's always a good thing. Even if it's bad, but if you learn from it, it's always good. Your character, it's character development.
I could have avoided getting COVID multiple times though.
Yes, that's your own fault.
What do you mean it's my fault? The first time I literally got it was when you couldn't even buy masks, and I wasn't going anywhere. I went to the supermarket once, and then got it the first time I went, because I was gonna fucking starve to death if I didn't.
See, the weird thing about it is I've been directly exposed to COVID on numerous occasions, and I've been fine. No issues at all.
Yeah, me too.
But Alex here is just like, you've got it twice, and you were the most cautious about it.
I was the most cautious, but I'm also probably the most likely to be immunocompromised in some way.
No, I made a tweet about this the other day on the JAR account, and it was just like, things we suffer with. And it was just like, oh, and I only did it to make a joke that Alex is immunocompromised, because you got a cold this week, didn't you?
I thought it was going to be one, but it was just one of those 24-hour bullshits, you know?
Probably hay fever.
Well, I thought that too, but I don't know. I don't think it was.
Because I never get ill.
Yeah.
I've never got COVID. I've been exposed to it, and I'm relatively never ill. Like, in a year, I'll probably take 1 to 2 days off of work due to illness. Pretty good. But you, Alex?
Me, Alex?
Yes, you. You are quite the sick boy.
Well, yeah, and then it was a case of like, oh, maybe I should get some like tests and whatnot.
You should, absolutely.
But the healthcare system is swarmed to the degree where like the waiting list is so obscene.
Even for private, can I just even for
private, like it's actually so fucked in the UK. I'm actually unsure what to even do at this point.
Man up.
Nothing.
Yeah, just man up and just
just fucking deal with it.
Yeah, take your licks, you know.
Yeah.
Just fucking drink alcohol.
That's the best solution.
Yeah, drink the pain away, and then take a pasting when nobody's looking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My answer to this question though is, it totally depends on when you're asked this question.
Yeah.
Right. If like tomorrow some bullshit happens and then I'm like just down.
You're in the dumps.
I'll be like, yeah, it'll be so much better if it never happened. Like, everything would be different. But if you're happy with where you are right now, then you'll say like,
it made me better.
In a way, it's good because I am where I am.
Yeah.
And I'm in a better place now than I was before COVID.
As am I.
So I can't say it was a bad thing. For me, you know?
Yeah.
And I just gooned my life away in Half-Life Alyx anyway. So it was kind of perfect timing.
And
I just got my VR headset in lockdown.
One funny thing about the VR headset, I kind of got that for you as well. I found it and I was just like, yeah, buy it.
Did you?
Yeah.
I thought my mum did.
No, Facebook Marketplace, because you were like, you said in a brief conversation, oh, getting VR is nice. I was like, you want VR? And then 2 days later, you own VR.
Yeah, 200 quid for a VR headset.
Don't ever talk to me about wanting anything.
No, you do.
Always.
Do, because you'll find
it. Get it.
Yeah.
You get it for a great price. That's the James trick.
Yeah.
I'm a natural born barter.
No, there's a fairly early Corncast, I think, where Jim talks about his early experiences with VR. I remember it was a Gmod one, wasn't it? We're sat around the campfire. You were talking about.
And then suddenly I get really excited talking about VR because it was the perfect time to experience that. And for me, being such like a dork about Half-Life, To just have
Yeah.
a period of time where I'm like locked in a house.
Goonhole.
Oh, what can I do? Oh, I guess I'll just spend 12 hours playing this thing that I'm fucking obsessed with.
Yeah. But you learned
Me
that
and
to me,
Warzone.
I played through it.
Who?
Me. I played all of Half-Life Alyx.
I haven't.
Great time.
I borrowed Jamie's VR and I didn't play it.
You started it, didn't you?
No, I started Boneworks
Yeah.
That's right.
and I got a bit sicky.
Did you ever talk about it, Alex?
Boneworks.
Yeah, you did. Because you talked about the zombie
No,
part.
Alex.
Yeah.
Half-Life Alex.
Um,
On job.
I feel like I did. I did talk about Half-Life Alyx and how much I enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm not sure, bro.
Yeah.
Too busy playing Halo Infinite, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I keep having the urge to go back, but it's a bit of a...
It's the whole
It's
process
like a
of setting
hassle,
up
time sink, and I still haven't finished Elden Ring.
Yeah, unless you've got like a VR room dedicated to just having the setup already there. Like,
Yeah.
just forget about it. You know, it's quite.
But I mean,
it's
the
quite a big
technology is
commitment.
getting pretty nuts.
Mm.
Where, like,
yeah,
you
if you get
don't
like
need the
if you get like a
sensors.
new index or something, you've got it sorted.
Yeah.
Ooh. Bitten Hair has one for you, James.
Mhm.
Jar, I'm very disappointed. The episode before last, James said he would genocide all fox hunters because he thinks people who hunt animals for sport are psychos. But James, do you not eat meat and animal products for pleasure too? It's not like you need them to survive, like you're living in the wilderness. If you carry on this hypocrisy, I'll hunt you down like a fox. You've been warned.
There's something different about just eating food and killing things for enjoyment.
But also, you're specifically referencing the fox hunting drama in the UK, which is a specific
Yes.
controversy, right? Where it's about the brutality of hunting foxes and the game of that.
Yes.
Do you feel the same way about someone who's just going out into the wilderness and culling deer?
See, no, this is a different thing because for Germany, for example, there's a very big problem with boar.
Mm-hmm.
And that they're dangerous. They're straight up dangerous, and they breed quickly, from what I'm aware. So if you don't control that population, it becomes a big issue. If you are someone who's quite literally just paid to go out and cull them, it's different. You're not doing. You might enjoy it. The person killing might enjoy it, but at the end of the day, it's just like they have to do it for a ecological reason. They've got to keep a balance. I'm not an expert in this, so some of the things I say could be wrong. This is just from what I have heard, have been told about. But that is still very different from the sport of fox hunting.
Yeah, fox hunting is I guess different to normal just like game hunting.
Yes.
If you're hunting for meat, doing it respectfully.
Because obviously in America, the whole hunting thing comes down because people in America do hunt, and they do hunt for food. And realistically, that's no different than going out fishing for fish.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. Do I have a problem with it?
Surely
Hard
it
to say.
depends on the approach. Like, there's respectful hunters, there's
Yes.
disrespectful hunters.
There's people in America who pay to go to Africa to kill exotic animals. That's no different to fox hunting. Someone who is generally using game to eat, you know, because at the end of the day, I imagine in America getting a gun is probably cheaper than buying food on a regular basis. That is the reality. So if someone has these rifles, has sniper rifles, and they are just killing deer, any game, for eating, I can't be 100% against that. Like, yeah, maybe killing animals is not great, but then that becomes a thing where it's like I'm eating meat. You know, it's not 100. It's not clear. You know, I can't, and that would be hypocritical of me. So I'm not going to have a big problem with people doing that in America. But I think there's a very big difference between that and fox hunting. Because you can watch videos of people feeding dogs foxes just to train.
Well, yeah,
them,
the whole
just
fox
to train
hunting
them.
thing was just.
It's
It's like
they
the
were
pure
like breed for-
brutality of
yeah.
it. Like, it's just so cruel.
Yeah, because it's not because they're not eating the meat because there's no meat left. It's not. They're not gaining anything from it besides the sadistic pleasure in seeing an animal being ripped apart. And that's the thing. I'm not 100% uninformed about this because I work for a fox hunter. And
this has been a big controversy in the UK for ever since I
years.
was a kid. I remember this being a conversation
Because it's being banned. It's banned.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. My at the time boss was against this ban, and he knew ways to get past it. And he said he would make out as if the ban is so limiting and you can't ride a horse on a field because you instantly get pulled over. It's not the case. It's not the case at all. It's not nearly that strict. They will find these foxes and they will hunt them. is a big thing. It's English culture. What do people do on Boxing Day? Hunt foxes.
Do you have any thoughts, bro?
Yeah, man.
But obviously,
I thought you were impassioned about hunting, bro.
I mean, I am, and I'm also not. James put it much better than I could, but I think there's an inherent thing in a human's brain where it's like hunting and killing an animal is good. It's like providing for.
it's what we've come from. Every human goes back to that.
So all of hunting is like that, but modernized.
Mm.
So it's nice to sit in my ivory tower where I'm eating KFC every other day, like acting like killing animals is so heinous, and I'd never do that. But I mean, if your brain releases shit that makes you say, that was a bit nice, you know?
Well, imagine the elation, like a bunch of early man taking down a mammoth.
Yeah.
What kind of it's like,
or even
that relief,
smaller,
that like, we've got food for like.
And
the
there's
whole village.
whole communities were based around that, because if they didn't get that catch, they could die through the winter. They had to, you know.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So like, I don't want to say anything extreme because it's so ingrained into just being accessible now, where you can take yourself away from, like, if you've never killed a thing, like I'm assuming all of us, like killed I mean, I'm not talking about bugs, but
like none of us have gone out with like a bat.
We've never gone hunting.
Yeah, we've never gone out of a bat and killed a badger.
No.
Which is, again, another controversy in the UK recently, because Jeremy Clarkson was all like, I'd go out and fucking bat a badger. And because that's the thing, when you talk about these subjects, people in our area, farmers, they have livestock. Foxes do kill livestock. And there's other things that can destroy crop. So to Poseidon, it's like this is this person's livelihood that is being destroyed by an animal that they can't control.
Yeah.
So obviously they're going to want to kill it.
Pleasure from actually like killing that deer.
Inflicting pain.
That's the distinction for me. It's the ethical like decision in terms of how you deal with what you're doing with the hunting. Are you hunting for food? Are you hunting purely for pleasure, for a sadistic pleasure? Because that's fucked. If it is a sadistic pleasure, but if it's more of a this is an area where this specific type of deer needs to be controlled in some way, otherwise the local ecology is going to get out of control. I feel like that's just inherently more acceptable than hunting down a fox and just fucking brutalize it.
If you're that guy who's culling the pest, right, and when you land that shot from really far away or whatever, and you're like, fuck, that was a good shot, that's made me feel really good that I've killed this thing. Like, is that inherently bad? Because he's killed a thing and it made him feel good? Like, you can't control...
No, you can't control the emotions that people will experience getting that dopamine.
Yeah.
And that's what I mentioned, that it's like that people are going to get pleasure from it. People might go into that career knowing they're going to get pleasure from doing it.
Yeah.
But they're still doing a job that is necessary.
And needs to be done.
As opposed to like the fox hunt where the brutality of it is
the
part
pleasure.
of it.
It's one of the main motivators, surely.
Yes.
Like the
There's a line that is drawn somewhere in my brain, but I don't know it. I've never gone hunting, and I don't really ever want to.
If I were to say like, oh, I hate hunting, all hunting's bad, then I'm a hypocrite because I'm going to KFC. I'm the hypocrite.
That's what I mean, because meat is so accessible.
Yeah. We're so disconnected from the process. You can go into the supermarket.
We don't have to think about it.
There's like hundreds of animals.
Obviously, if we go to a slaughterhouse, we're gonna feel fucking sick, and we're gonna feel a bit disgusted because we're now seeing that the result was giving that meat on our plate. Would that make you go vegan?
Well, I mean,
No, because this is the thing. Because I was a veggie for a long time.
You were,
and it was kind of eventually what made me cave was like trying to go down the moral. You can't live in this society and like live in a truly moral way that's not exploiting some group of. If it's not the food industry, if it's not the meat industry, It's what the iPhone that was built by a child slave. It's like at what point, where do you draw the line? If I'm not eating meat, then what? I guess I can't wear leather. I can't buy leather clothes. I can't have leather in my car.
And this is the thing: leather is a very durable material that we've used for hundreds of years because it's durable.
Yeah, but also it's shit like rice. There's deforestation.
Yeah,
that
soy.
has occurred.
Soy's the same.
Yeah, soy.
Mhm.
Like these farms, it's caused chain reactions so that like animals are losing their habitats, like trees are getting cut down, blah blah blah. The problem is it's like a quantity thing. There's too many humans that need sustaining. You can drink all the soy milk you want, you can eat all the rice you want with no meat and shit, and try and live as holistically as possible.
There's nothing wrong with that if someone wants to
Yeah,
live
yeah,
like that. you
yeah.
know?
Like I agree, because there's less like direct suffering, but there is still suffering.
Mm.
And
We
you can't avoid it.
I remember we stumbled across this kind of conversation a long time ago on the cast, where I accidentally bought a can of beans that had like some sausages
You
within them.
did, yes.
So it brought up the question of like, well, I've already supported the industry. I've already done. It's already done.
That was my argument.
It's
at
a
the
done
time.
deal.
Yeah, you paid for it.
Yeah. So at that point, what difference is eating it or not?
See, this is the thing. This is where I kind of had an issue, because not every animal that's killed for meat and anything like that, not all of that is going towards people. Some of it's going in the bin. Some of it's not being bought. So even if you don't buy it, even if you do buy it, that animal's still dead, and that animal might be worth... Its death might be in vain. Have you gone to the shop sometimes and seen the amount of frozen chickens that have just gone in the bin, in the reduced section, that are just being wasted?
Mm-hmm.
Even if you don't buy it, the system is like that. We built a system that is unethical.
This is the ultimate thing, though, is like how much responsibility is on the individual. Because that's what's complicated, right? Because like simultaneously, if every individual, if everyone in the UK just was like, okay, we're just not gonna buy this kind of meat anymore, then that would change the industry. If no one was buying, but that's not the case. Like me not buying that can of beans with sausages in is not going to stop the thousands of other people doing it.
Because this is the thing, there's people who will specifically buy more just to spite you. People do that. People be like, oh, he didn't buy the beans because he's vegan, I'll buy double the amount.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people get weirdly like defensive and upset about it for whatever reason, but I don't know, man. It just seems like at a certain point, how is it on the individual?
It's a thing where like I find myself, if I think about it too much, like it just loses all.
Yeah, because I make it like a point of pride to produce as little like rubbish as possible. So
Yes,
like if I get to every 2 weeks the bins are collected, if I can open the bin and it's like a third full, I'm like, that's cool, sick. Like I'm happy with myself for that.
You're doing your bit.
But then I look down the street and every other person's bin is over fucking flowing. Some people have 2 bins, some people have 3. So I'm just like, okay, so that's me doing all that.
Yeah.
Like, it is just on this one street alone, it's already undone. So like,
it's actually
no. This is the thing. I think I spoke about this last week, or you cut it out. But everything you do, if everyone in this street, if everyone in CALNE does their best, my company alone in a day will produce more waste than you save. It's not about us. It's about corporations.
Mm-hmm.
I've got in a day, in a week, I could probably fill 20 boxes full of waste. And that's waste bubble wrap, waste packaging that's being flown from like across the world to make our products arrive safe. That's 1 week. I've got a whole box in my car full of it. One day.
That's like a tech company. What about all the food companies? What about all the supermarkets?
Mm-hmm.
You genuinely, this is right. You can't. When you think about this, it's not sustainable at all. And at the end of the day, the only thing you can do is do what makes you feel best, because it's your life. And at the end of the day, I feel okay getting really fucking angry at people who kill for pleasure. And I'm not going to hide from that. If someone wants to fly to Africa and kill a lion for joy, fuck them. They're a cunt. And I can be angry about that. I'm okay with being angry about that.
I think the way it should work when you go to one of those places, if some fucked up dude wants to kill a human, and you've chosen to go and kill like a lion or a zebra or something.
They're not just gone. They're paying hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
And these are going to people who are profiting from it, not the communities in the area who need
There's
the
a really good
support.
Louis
Battle
Theroux
Royale.
where he goes and he
Yeah.
can't follow through with it. 'Cause part of it for me is like, yeah, hunting is ingrained in humanity, but guess what? Like hundreds of or thousands of years ago, we didn't have fucking rifles that could kill everything in one hit. It was like
Yeah.
an actual. It was a fucking
You
challenge.
had to train, because if you're me, I'm going to use myself as an example. I'm quite thin. I'm not big, right? If an animal hits me, I'm probably going to bleed out and die. But if you spend years training your body to be a fucking Greek god, maybe that hit will be the second win for you, and you'll kill it, and you will save your village.
Mhm.
You had to
or your
train.
family or whatever.
Yeah, you had to perfect the art.
That's also why having a small cock is way better than having a big cock, because a smaller cock and ball is way better, smaller target.
This is what I think.
Really
If you get in,
hurts being smacked in the cock and balls.
if you get in a fight, always kick the balls, because it's a person who's you're fighting's job to become prepared. Kick them in the balls. There's no shame in it.
Yeah, but also if they've got a tiny cock and balls, that gives them an advantage, making them the more alpha male. So when you really think about it a lot, having a small cock, like a tiny cock, having a little cock,
A big
and
cock's easy to
small
hit.
balls. Yeah,
Mm.
and there's one semi decent smack on a big cock, that guy's down.
Yeah, and then
Pussy
you've
up.
lost all that time you spent training your muscles, pointless because you've been done in one go.
Yeah, because you got a big fat cock, idiot.
This is why you come prepared.
This is why you take steroids and get a smaller cock.
End of the day, small cocks save lives.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
If there's one message you can take away, is that small cocks.
Why now? If you've got a big cock, goon for the next week and make your
Yeah.
cock small.
Also,
Give
look
yourself.
at pictures of gorilla cocks, because they're not very big.
Mm.
Gorillas could beat you in a fight and they've got small cocks.
They got tiny cocks. They got smaller cocks than humans.
They do. They got tiny cocks and they're not ashamed of it.
No, because they got big fat muscles.
And they're not going to be knocked out in one go by people hitting their big cocks because they don't have them.
Yeah, they got tiny little cock and balls.
They
got
just smack
fucking
it in each other's
minuscule cock
body
and
because
balls.
they know they're alpha enough to have small cocks.
Isn't it proportionally one of the smallest winkies in the animal kingdom?
No, that's the... Oh no, there's the bird that has the really fucking big cock.
Yeah, the duck.
Yeah.
Ducks have massive cocks.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
not like punching and kicking.
each other in the cock.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they just fling their fucking 25-meter long cock.
No,
just-
but what does a bird do? What does a duck do when you approach it? He runs away and flies off, unless you got some bread.
Big cock, pussy hole.
Yeah, big cock pussy hole. Gorilla, massive muscle monster. Tiny cock and balls. Smaller than a duck's. Gorillas have smaller cocks than ducks.
That's
What does
fair.
that say?
Well, we all
Think
have
about
smaller cock than ducks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Proportionally, yeah.
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 They're fucking loaded, man.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I'm not a fan of ducks. The more I learn about them,
They're kind of
Really?
cute though.
They are cute.
I like.
No,
It's
but they
like
use
we
that
walked
to get-
past the little river in CALNE and there was these little baby duckies and it was like
Baby ducks are mad cute.
they are mad cute. Bigger
Yeah.
cocks than gorillas, even when they're babies.
Probably. They're out the gate, bigger cocked, but you know what? Who will win in a fight? A gorilla or a duck?
Train your muscles, not your cock.
Yeah.
and on that note, I think that's it, guys.
Thank you for watching.
Okay.
Okay. Haha.